Good morning. Welcome to this week's Thriving Spirit Cast. I'm Gemma Rose, and this is the time of the week where we connect in with spirit, where we tune into the energies, and where we just draw through a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of insight to help us navigate the energies and experiences that we could find ourselves in throughout the next few days, throughout the next week. So if we want to just breathe, I really feel like breathing deeply is incredibly important for us today. It feels like this settling energy, which the breath, when we breathe deeply, when we breathe in deeply and we exhale deeply, it really creates a settled effect within our bodies, our minds, and our beings. So that's the first point of call today, is to remember to breathe and breathe deeply. 10 breaths in those challenging situations. Remember to breathe through any and all situations. When you feel triggered, when you feel a reaction coming rather than a response that is based in love, growth, expansion, understanding, awareness, remember to breathe. It is the go-to tool for the week. Breathing, breath work, taking in those beautiful deep breaths and exhaling. It is settling for us this week. So remember that. Pop that in your toolkit for the week. So let's see what wants to come through. Okay, so I guess what's popping in right now is the word exceptional. So it feels like there's an exceptional week ahead, and it is an exceptional week because of the growth opportunity, because of the, feels like we're climbing over those mountains. We've reached the mountaintop and we progress to the other side. We progress to the greener side of the mountain. So it's an exceptional week for understanding, for continuing the climb. Yeah, it's an exceptional week because we feel, see, achieve, receive the understanding that we are finally gracing the mountaintop and peering out across the beautiful fields, the beautiful results of all our hard work, of all the work that we've been striving to do, of the inner work, the self-development, the progress, the steps, the letting go, every aspect, stress, struggle, strain, that we have been moving through, every emotion that we have worked through, every trigger point, there's a word that I'm searching for, and I'm sorry that I'm struggling on it, but it's everything, all the baggage that we've carried forward with us, all the residual effects of growing up, all the residual effects and impacts and implants that have been brought forward with us. We are finally seeing that all the work, all the steps have been worth it, are definitely going to be worth it. So it's an exceptional week for understanding our growth, understanding our steps, understanding where we've been headed, and actually getting the opportunity to reach the mountaintop and to see the results, to see the goodness, to see the glory of all the work that we've been putting in to ourselves and to our environments, to our professional lives, to our careers, to our loves, to our relationships, to every aspect, wherever it is that, we've been doing the work. We're going to reach that mountaintop that allows us to peer over into the greener grasses, where we can obviously reflect on where we've been, and obviously, get a glimpse of where we're going and get that feeling that everything is going to be okay. I do feel like there are some still challenging situations that we're going to be faced with, hence the breath work, hence the tool of breathing. And I feel like it's essentially around disappointment. Oh, feeling disappointed. Disappointment within ourselves, disappointment within the universe, disappointment within the guidance and direction, disappointment with those around us. It's very important to remember when those situations, those challenging situations where we feel disappointed, where we feel like a promise has been broken, where we feel like we've been lured into a situation, lured into an experience, lured into a false sense of feeling, thinking, believing a particular way. Breathe through it. When those challenges come, breathe through it. Settle yourself and know and trust that even though you are feeling disappointed, that disappointment is leading you to where your heart and your soul, your body and your mind desires for you to go. Yeah, it essentially, the disappointment and your ability to breathe through it and to settle into it creates acceptance, and it does continue to propel you forward. So it's in your best interest to not get your knickers in a knot when you are faced with disappointment this week, but rather settle yourself. Bring yourself back into those settled moments. Settle your body. Settle the energy within your body. Settle the emotion. Settle the mind through the breath. And know, you will come into that knowing. You will naturally come into that knowing that everything's on par. Everything is on course. Everything's going to be okay. And you are heading in the direction that your soul has been calling for you to go in. You are heading in the right direction. Yeah. I feel like there's something else I need to put with that for you to receive greater clarity around it. So not getting hung up on the disappointment, not getting hung up on the negative aspect of disappointment. And that's what it's about, being liberated from the negative aspects of disappointment, the negative aspects of any of the challenges that you are experiencing. It is about being liberated from the negative aspects of those experiences. When we liberate ourselves through the breath, being able to settle into the moment and settle into that awareness, when we are liberated from those negative aspects of disappointment, of challenges that present, then we are doing ourselves a great service in being aware that all is as it's meant to be. All is perfectly timed, and we are still moving forward to where our heart and our soul and our body and our mind is guiding us, is propelling us. It is propelling us. That liberation, that ability to be able to break free from the negative aspect of challenging situations really does begin to propel us forward into more of our soul's purpose, more of our soul's desires, in the direction that we are, in the direction that really anchors us here on the planet in this time and space. Yeah? And it is that connection of soul energy, of spirit, and of physicality. Okay? Oh, I hope that makes sense. I feel a little bit maybe discombobulated with the wording there, but replay it. It should make sense. Okay, so liberation, breaking free from the negative aspects of anything that we're facing will drive us into the understanding and the acceptance that everything's okay, that we're on course, that we are moving toward everything that we're supposed to be moving toward. And with that, I just get this sense of, of being illuminated. Again, talking about reaching the top of the mountain and being able to see, we get a clear sense of vision, so that liberation drives us toward being able to see with clearer eyes that in which we feel right now has been hidden to us. Yeah. So perhaps your full moon experience hasn't quite illuminated the hidden path to you as well as you would like it to be revealed. We're still in those moments, those times, those spaces where we are creating for ourselves the opportunity to see where it is that we're going, the opportunity to see the gifts that we are able to not only tune into and tap into, but offer to those around us and offer to, the greater collective communities, towns, cities, etc. Yeah, it really does feel like if we can challenge the experiences that we're having, so challenge the disappointment, challenge any upset with being able, challenge it with not positive energy, but challenge it with liberating energy that allows us to break free from that negative aspects of those, then we're creating those opportunities for us to come into more of ourselves, but into those spaces where we're truly seeing our soul's desire, where we're truly seeing our soul's purpose, where we're truly seeing the bigger picture of our plan, of where we're going, and of the gifts that we're offering to ourselves and to those around us. Yeah? Okay. So in that, if you haven't already been working toward new beginnings, as in if you haven't already been working toward rebranding yourself, recreating yourself, taking a different path, taking a new path, implementing something new within your professional life, within your families, within yourself, what you are doing for yourself. If you haven't already been in that space of knowing that you are about to come into something different, if you haven't already been working towards that, you will begin by the end of this week. Today's Friday, I know, but at the end of our week cycle, you will begin to move into new beginnings. It will all, the puzzle pieces will all begin to come into arrangement. Be arranged so that they drop in, so that you see with greater clarity where it is that you're going, what it is that you're doing, how it all fits, how it's going to work, how it feels. How it feels is incredibly important. And you will come into that by the end of the week if you haven't already begun to traverse this new path, new direction for yourself. There's something in there with family dynamics and family relationships as well. If you don't take the time to settle yourself, to reflect on your own inner being, to listen to your soul's call, to listen to your soul's desire, to allow yourself the space in the room to create new opportunities, to create something new, different, and incredibly dynamic within your families and your relationships, then you will only experience more of the same. So you are being called to this week to utilize that breath tool to settle into yourself and to trust that the vision you hold for yourself and for your family is worth honoring. It's worth honoring. I can't stress that enough. It is worth honoring. If your vision is for something better for you and your family, it is worth offering. Okay? It's worth offering. Now, in order for that vision, in order for you to be able to move into something new, to create something new, new beginnings within the family arena, within the family dynamics and relationship settings, you have to let go of something. Something has to end in order for something to begin. And that may just simply be an ending of the way it was, an ending of the way dynamics have been, in order for the new beginnings to come through, the new ways to come through. There is, of course, going to be a period of sadness within any disappointment, within any challenge, potentially, and of course, within any ending. Again, the breath tool, utilize that to allow the sadness to process through your body, out of your body, in order for you to be in a more settled and peaceful space of knowingness, so that you can allow something, the space to end, in order for you to have created the space for something new to begin. Yeah? Beautiful. I can't actually wait to dive into this in more depth throughout the week as we go along. So please make sure that you are a part of the Thriving Spirit group on Facebook, because we are moving into that space of really connecting in with our spirit casts for the week and having those conversations. Yeah? All right. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week. Please feel free to let me know how this sits for you, how you're moving, what are you up to in this time and space? How are things for you? All right. Bye.